last week, Mike, when we went over the numbers for our funnel.
Yeah.
The new ads, I mean, it's the same funnel, but the new ad campaigns. 616 clicks, 460 leads. We were at 74% conversion rate. So that was last Friday. What's right now, that particular campaign, 863 clicks, 631 leads, 73.12% conversion rate.
Only 73?
Yeah, only 73. We went down a little bit. But that's crazy, man. So today, we're going to dive into an audit, and we'll look at a funnel and see why they're not getting those types of numbers. You got the list?
I got it ready.
Who's the target name?
Tyler.
Tyler? All right, Tyler. Let's get you to 73.12%.
All right.
What's going on, Mike?
How's it going?
I'm good. What's going on, guys? Vince Reed here, founder of EBOOV.com. This is Mike. He's the head of production here at EBOOV.com. And for the last 18 months, we've been using in-video conversion technology, our company EBOOV, to get 60 to 79% conversions for our webinar and VSL funnels. And today we're going to prove it. And more importantly, we're going to look at some other funnels, and we're going to see what we would do with those funnels to start getting the results that we're getting. Now, we hope that they are getting amazing results. But if they're not doing what we're doing, we're going to say, hey, this is what we would do to get similar results.
That's right.
And before we get started, Mike, 60 to 79% conversion rates.
Yeah.
That sounds a little outrageous.
It does.
Am I like bending the truth in any way for these people that are going to watch this right now?
No.
You heard it from him. All right. So we started running a new ad campaign. And by the way, so I can kind of see Mike's screen here. We have like a big screen here. And Mike, why don't you go ahead and pull up our funnel so you guys can see what we do. So one of the things that we do is we eliminate steps. We drive traffic to our webinar. Our goal is to get as many eyeballs on the webinar as possible. And, this funnel's amazing. And, as you can see here from my screen, this new ad campaign that we just started running to this particular funnel, as you can see, this is a new one that we just started. 863 clicks, 631 leads, 73% conversion rates. And we've, tripled our conversions that we used to get sending traffic to a brick wall page. So, Mike, why don't you explain to those of people here like what a brick wall page is and the way you kind of would explain it?
Yeah, so basically, traditionally you would drive traffic to a page, landing page with an opt-in form. And they would have to opt in and then, of course, see usually a webinar or VSL on the other side. That's how. So,
Connor, why don't you just walk right through the camera? I don't care. Show them what. Let's give them a real view, just for those of you who need more of a like, this is my favorite thing.
Oh yeah, bring it in.
Like bring in our friend here that we don't really like too much because it's costing you a lot of money. This guy right here. That's a brick wall page. Brick wall page. Your customers over there, they hit here. 80% never get to the next step. So the reason we're getting results.
What do we say?
Huh?
80%?
80%. 80% never get to the next step. So that means you send 100 people to that brick wall page, right? 80 of them never see your webinar. They never see what you have to sell. All right. So Mike made an incredible list. So what we started doing was we started just kind of going through Facebook, going through, Instagram and making a list of all the different ads that we see and clicking on their ad and then landing on their funnel to see if they were doing what we're doing in terms of, positioning themselves to get 60 to 79% conversions. So who'd you pick out today? Well, let's start out with the ad that you saw.
Yeah, so I was going through Instagram. I mean, most of these ads I found on Instagram, just scrolling. And I just wanted to see, is this a bigger problem than we're actually saying? And turns out it might be. So we're going to go here. It's Tyler Narducci.
Okay, so you found Tyler. And Tyler could be absolutely crushing it. And our goal is to go through his process and hope maybe we learn some stuff from him. But if he's not doing what we're doing, we're going to kind of look at it and say, hey, here's how he could convert what he's already doing and leverage what we're doing to increase his conversions to get more leads and faster sales. All right, so we're in the ads library right now, and we're just kind of looking at some of these ads here.
I'll just go click on this one right here.
All right.
Trying to scale your own digital marketing agency can feel a bit like pushing a heavy boulder up a hill for eternity. The rock is heavy, your grip is slipping, and you're thinking there has to be a better way. So what if I offered to push that boulder for you? Better yet, what if I told you we have an automated lift system that you could put it on and watch your boulder go up the mountain with ease? This system is our 100% done-for-you leads and sales program. In it, we fully automate your lead generation, client fulfillment, and sales processes with our expert team of appointment setters, white label digital marketers, and zero commission sales reps. Imagine in just 30 days, you have a flood of qualified, high ticket leads, a skilled closer landing your deals on autopilot, and expert digital marketers getting your clients great results. No more needless back and forth with hesitant leads, no more spending hours getting stuck in your own client work, and no more painful sales calls. And the best part, our skilled closers don't take a penny in commission when they close your deals for you. Want to learn more about how our 100% done for you leads and sales program can automate and scale your agency? Then tap the link below and I'll show you.
So first of all, that's a great ad. Very clear, a really, really strong offer. Done for you is typically going to do well in our space. That's great. And kudos, he's got the 2 Comma Club X award. So clearly he's getting results. So let's go ahead and click on the Learn More button. Let's see what happens here. Because what I've realized is that most people can create a good ad. Typically the issue happens once the individual who clicks lands and gets to their brick wall page. Yeah. Now we call the page that we just landed on a brick wall page. And what's interesting is, I would say over 97% of the ads you click on, you're going to land on a page that looks like this. It's what I used for the majority of my career, right? So by no means are we saying that this doesn't work. Clearly, the guy has a 2 Comma Club X award, but what if he could get, 200% more leads? What if he could get, 73% conversions? What would happen to this business? And when you look at it, obviously it's great. The ad was clear. I want to fully automate it, 100% done for you, lead and sales and fulfillment for your marketing agency. Clear message. The issue is, no matter what he says here, no matter how great his video is, on average, 80 people are going to click and get here and never get to the next step. All right. So if you go back to our webinar, right? If you go to our page, Mike, let's say we had the same offer. The difference would be 100% of every click would be able to just come right to the video and start watching, right? So let's go ahead and opt into the next step for his page, right? So let's just assume that he gets even 30% opt-in because he has a great ad. I know he's doing well, and I'm sure.
Even if he has a video here?
Yeah, even if he has a video there, people just don't want, they're not jumping up and down to provide their name and email. All right, so let's go ahead and opt in. All right, so we opt in, and immediately you're taken to a video, and it looks like an application to essentially book a call with his team. All right. Now, the only thing that's different between both funnels is the fact that he drove traffic to the brick wall page and blocked 80% of traffic. We drive traffic, and 100% of every click gets to see our webinar or VSL. So if you're watching this, the question you might say, well, Vince, that's not difficult. Go back to our page. You're driving traffic to your video. He could do the exact same thing, but how are you getting leads? Well, we get leads by leveraging in-video conversion technology, and we have the ability to lock the video at the time that we choose and capture the lead. So 100% of the clicks get to watch the webinar, and let's say 5 minutes or 7 minutes into the webinar, we can lock the video and capture the lead, and all of our CRMs integrate to that form. And obviously, we can show you guys a visual here as you're watching how this is happening, and that's how we get our leads. So worst case scenario, the person that clicks gets to see at least the first part of our webinar, which is what you want them to see. So let's go back to Tyler's page here. All right, so go ahead and press play. How long is this video?
It looks like
about 7 minutes?
Yeah.
All right. So ultimately, what he would have to do to implement what we're doing is basically take this exact same video. So go ahead and press play. And let's just watch the first 30 seconds of it.
Want us to automate your business's lead generation and sales 100% for you? Rapidly growing your client base and scaling your business's revenue without ever worrying about where your next lead's going to come from, without worrying about high-stress phone sales, and without getting bogged down in complicated technical setups? Hi, I'm Tyler Narducci, founder of So Be Viral. I launched my agency back in 2015 by helping other online businesses generate leads on social media. Since then, I've scaled up my agency and I've helped hundreds of clients automate their lead generation and sales processes. So I want to talk to you today about our 100% done-for-you appointment setting and closing program that our clients are using to rapidly scale their businesses online. And by the end of this presentation, you'll understand exactly how you can use this done-for-you system to scale your business. Of online businesses state that lead generation is their #1 marketing goal. And really, there's no doubt about it. Lead generation is critical to success. Without steady lead flow, your business is going to dry up and ultimately it will flatline. But the problem is many business owners are getting stuck under their own business. They're going to be doing all of their own painstaking lead generation and their own sales calls, and they're trying.
Okay, so let's just go ahead and go back to our funnel so we can kind of digitally impose this. Imagine if you drove the traffic and that video was just sitting on the page right now, right? Now, he could take the exact same headline as he had on the opt-in or the brick wall page and put it on the top. If you notice, with our page, there's very limited distractions there, right? We just have a main headline and a sub-headline.
Right.
All right, so he would instantly, you know, I'm sure he's spending quite a bit of money on ads, and I'm pretty sure he has a high-ticket offer. He would then go from 20% of his traffic seeing his webinar or that video to 100%. And depending on when he locks the video, right, the people that opt in and continue watching would be of higher caliber, higher quality because they're actually opting in because they want to continue watching.
Yeah, out of necessity.
So what would you say for him just in that alone, in that process? And then we'll get into the secret sauce because I know some of people watching be like, okay, great, you're capturing the lead in the video, but there's a huge piece that makes this whole process the double lead method that we're going to break down here in a second.
Right.
What would your take on that? Anything you pick up from this, or you can go back to his funnel or his page?
I mean, to be honest, like you just said, that's the quickest thing that just by taking that brick wall page out, getting that 80% of traffic right to the webinar and VSL, I mean, that in itself is going to fix a whole lot of issues that individuals using a brick wall page have. But then, like you mentioned, the actual benefit of EBOOV video.
Right. Which we'll get into here in a second.
Yeah.
But just looking at this here, you know, because this is the funnel I used, right, for a long time. When I look at it now, I see it totally different because of the way we're doing it.
Right.
But the whole point is we want, if I'm Tyler, I want people to watch this video, right, before they book. Because if they watch the video, I'm assuming he's going to get into a lot more of what they have to offer, some of the benefits. And then if they book after they watch it, it's going to be a higher caliber lead.
Yeah.
When I look at this now, because of our process, I get me personally, I'm not saying this is all of the people there, get a little distracted with the form.
Oh, I see. The form right here. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So with our process, if you go back to our webinar, okay, so essentially as they keep watching it, they have to opt in to continue watching. And then at the end, okay, we use a CTA button that they can click on, then takes them to the form to book a call.
Yeah.
And what happens there is now more people actually see what we have to offer and, you know, are focused on the information before they book. So I think that's one of the reasons we have a really high conversion rate on the calls, because the people are all coming in fully informed of what it is that we do.
Yeah.
Just from a perspective there. That makes sense.
Just keeping it simple.
Keeping it simple. All right, so let's look at the real key part, the real secret sauce. All right, so let's go back to let's go to the brick wall page. All right, so we're on the brick wall page. So let's go up to the Facebook Pixel Helper, which essentially is tracking the conversions, right? All right, so you can see that there's the page view conversion that fired. All right, so press play. He might be using let's see if it's passing any other conversion.
10 new clients for your marketing agency, guaranteed. In our proven 100% done for you.
So it has a view content pixel that fired, but nothing else. All right, so you can see just the page view and the view content. So let's go ahead and go to the next step when we opt in. So let's go ahead and press play here. You can refresh the page first.
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right, so go ahead and go to the Pixel Helper
Want us
first.
to automate your business's lead generation and sales 100%.
All right, so you can see that it triggered the lead conversion because we opted in, right? So that's why it says, I think it says complete registration. But there's no video conversion being passed, all right? So one of the things that eBOOV allows you to do is connect your video to your ad account, and it's technology that we built into the software. We call it OPVR. It stands for off-platform video retargeting. So let's go ahead and press play. Well, before you do, go refresh this page.
Yep.
And then let's go to the Pixel Helper first. before you press play, and let's look at what's there. So we see the page view. But go ahead and press play.
Here's the kicker.
And go back to the helper.
This is why you owe me $1 million after this talk.
All right, so you can see it fired a press play conversion action.
So really,
all right, so you can pause the video.
You
You know why it's black, by the way?
The DRM protection.
Yeah. So our videos have DRM protection. So we're actually Mike is recording his screen right now. So the video is actually black. All right. So it would be the same thing for me right now, which is cool. So essentially, what's happening here is we're recording on his computer. So the reason there's no video there is our DRM protection, which stands for Digital Rights Management. It basically prevents people from illegally downloading or stealing the video or screen recording. So this is proof that that's working.
Right. When
so
it's turned on.
Yeah, so if he wasn't recording his screen, you'd see the video.
But we'll
so
show you what it looks
like. We'll show you a
like
different version, but that's just another thing.
Off,
But anyhow, the press play fires that conversion action, and it will continue to fire as people get to 25% of the video, 50% of the video, 75% of the video, and even 95% of the video. It will fire those actions as a conversion back to the ad platform, allowing the pixel to get smarter. And we can also build retargeting audiences to retarget people who, let's say, for example, press play. So if we go back to Tyler's video, right? So technically, okay, he could, in this scenario, retarget, build a custom audience of all of his leads, right? So if for his funnel, if you opted in, you would get to this page. So he could technically retarget to people that got here. But if you go back to the brick wall page, only thing he could technically retarget would be anybody that landed on the page if they accepted cookies, all right? Because the video is not building any audiences and it's not firing any conversion data, right? So with EBOOV, when 100% of every click lands right on the video, right, I'm building that audience immediately, and then I can come back and serve them what we call a precision ad and stay in front of them. And that's how our numbers are where they are, right? So we're getting more data back to the ad platform, which makes our pixel smarter to find us more customers that want what we have to sell. And every person sees the webinar, right? So we can be direct with our ads and then direct in our messaging. Anything else you want to follow up on with that?
And just to clarify, so because we get this question sometimes too. So when you're building those custom audiences, those are being built on the platform.
Absolutely. Yeah, automatically. So the second they press play, you go in, you create your audience, just as you would any other audience, but it's building that audience. It's almost, we call it watch time leads, right? Because list building is really the secret to making money online. I mean, if you've got a big audience of people who know, like, and trust you, and you stay in front of them, you make more money. Right. And our whole motto here is more leads, faster sales. And, if you make more offers, you're going to make more money. And the problem with these funnels and why we're having a lot more success is simply that we're just making more offers, right? And we're getting more people to our webinar, and that's just a massive advantage, So that's what we would do. So Tyler, first off, congratulations on your success. But I would test it if I were you. I would get your ads team to test it, and I would just eliminate the steps. Because the good thing is, I'm assuming that you're working with these clients and you're setting this process up. Just think about it, Mike, from like a delivery perspective. Like if you're helping a client, then that means that typically you have to set what he has up for them. That means you've got to set up the opt-in page. You got to write the webinar. You got to have the checkout page or the book a call page.
Yeah.
Then you've got to train a salesperson. There's a lot of other steps. Whereas with us, we just need a good video.
Yeah.
We just focus on the video, and if it doesn't convert, then we know what we have to fix. Right. And obviously, I like to say a lot of residual benefits. 100% of people seeing your offer, more social media followers, bigger custom audiences. Just more awareness altogether.
Exactly.
So, what would you say? Anything you would pick up that you would do? What would you do with this funnel to make it better? Anything else, or pretty much, or anything else I left out?
No, in terms of that, that's pretty much straightforward. I mean, those are the biggest issues that we see a lot of 3-step funnels face. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think his copy is great. I mean, it's a clear offer done for you. His ad was perfect. I just think, man, I don't think people really understand what unlocking 80% more traffic does, and capturing all that data, building a list on every one of those clicks, and then being able to stay in front of them for pennies.
Now, I will say the one thing that we do talk about, and I think it's the fact that if you're getting a whole bunch of leads, that's what a lot of people are accustomed to. It's kind of like that dopamine hit.
Yeah.
You get the leads, but are they quality leads?
Yeah, that's a good point. Because
With a brick wall page.
100%. So, you know, because the ad is so clear, and what I noticed in his ad, there was a lot of psychological triggers that are like, okay, this guy's authority, he's got a 2 Comma Club X award, people click on here, he's going to get some leads, right? If this individual, Tyler, for example, switches to our method, and let's just say his leads go down, because remember, people are opting in here out of curiosity. They don't know what's on the other side. Right? So now they land on the video, and let's say they get 5 minutes in, he sets up the lead pop, and they don't get as many leads. The initial idea, this is the only thing I've seen from people who are like, you know, is this working for me the same? Is I'm getting less leads. And that's just because you're getting more quality leads. It might be less leads, but they're higher quality because they're opting in out of necessity.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. And that's why we spend so much time helping them with their hooks and like what to say on their, and improving their webinar, their VSL. But other than that, man, I mean, I think, you know, with cookies going away and, you know, him not even being able, soon, you know, it won't even pass that conversion data back unless he has a first-party pixel. You know, getting just a page view, it's going to get harder to get in front of the right customer.
Yep,
so
absolutely.
Passing that additional conversion data is going to help him get in front of more people that need this offer.
Right. And then so it's still able to pass that data even if individuals don't accept cookies and even when cookies go away through
Absolutely. Yeah, and by the way, we are adding a component to even if you weren't using an EBOOV video to set up your first party pixel as part of our service as well, which is cool.
Cool.
Awesome. So hope you guys got value from that. I know this is a different format, but I know people reach out to us all the time and they're like, how are you doing what you're doing? And, you know, I don't know if people are quite aware of, you know, 99% of funnels are set up this way. And there's a way to combat this problem. You know, just conceding 80% of traffic to me with costs going up and all the issues is just not, you know, in my opinion, in their best interest at this point in today's marketing. All right, so that's all I got.
Same. Until the next one.
Later.